Hi, my name is Nikhil Merchant and I run a food blog called nonchalantgourmand.com. I'm a food enthusiast, I love to eat, and best of all I love to cook. You know, the influences in cooking and eating good vegetarian food in our homes used to be from Talla Dalal. Her books used to be, diligently looked into by my mom, my grandmom, and they used to come up with these various delicacies, just to get a little edge of vegetarian cooking at home. So I actually picked out one recipe from one of her oldest books. It's called The Delights of Vegetarian Cooking, and it's my little version of the baked rice with a corn curry. These are the ingredients for the baked rice and corn curry. We have 1 teaspoon of jeera. We have 1 teaspoon of whole coriander seeds. We have about 3 tablespoons of grated coconut. We have about half a cup of tomato puree. We have half a cup of cream. We have about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. We have 2 tablespoons of khaskhas, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 cup of rice. So we have whole spices such as 4 sticks of cinnamon, 4 black peppercorns and 4 cloves. We have 1 whole onion, red dry chili. We have 1 cup of yellow sweet corn and oil for cooking, about 3 tablespoons. So the first step is to boil the rice. So I've kept about 3 cups of water to boil. And the reason for keeping a lot more water necessary in boiling the rice is because I want the grains to be a little separate. So most of the water is going to be drained out. So we add the rice into the boiling water. We also add half of the dry spices to kind of flavor the rice a bit. So we have cinnamon and few cloves and black peppercorns and a pinch of salt. And we'll let it boil till the rice is properly cooked. So we've got the rice boiling and we'll keep it aside and we'll move on to the next step, which is basically roasting the onion on an open fire. We take a whole onion, don't need to skin it, and we stick a fork and we keep it on an open fire to roast. You pretty much char it till the skin turns black, and the onion will kind of turn soft a little bit inside. This should take about 3 or 4 minutes at the most. So we've got the onion nicely blackened. What we're going to do next is chop it up really fine, and with some of the other spices we're going to put it in the mixie and blend it into a paste. So we add the onion and the rest of the stuff into the mixie. We start with adding the onions. Now the thing is, you might see a little bit of the soot which is still stuck onto it, but don't worry, this actually adds to the flavor profile. It makes it a little more smoky. We add the onion, we take 1 red chili and just kind of break it up inside. We add the garlic, we add the khaskhas, we add the whole coriander seeds, the jeera, we add the whole spices, that's peppercorn, cinnamon, cloves, and we add the freshly grated coconut. So I'm going to blend this mixture well. And we can check this. It's a little dry, so we can add about half or 3/4 cup of water. So I've got the mix ready now. I'm going to take it out in a bowl. The original recipe actually had, dry roasting of the spices and the coconut, but I chose not to do it because I like my masala to be a little more raw, and anyway we're going to roast it in a pan later with oil. So it's going to have a very mild flavor. So when you're actually roasting it, dry roasting it before blending it in a mixie, the aromas and the flavors actually intensify. It's up to you to do it that way too. So we're going to go on to the next step, which we heat about 3 tablespoons of oil in a pan. And what we do next is, once the oil is heated, we add this paste. And we kind of roast it for about 2 minutes. You want to heat this till it's really fragrant. You get the cinnamon and the spices, and you want to make sure that it gets nearly nice and roasted. And we move on to the next 2 ingredients which go in. One is the tomato puree and the cream, so get a little more moist. So once you get a nice cinnamony fragrance of the spices, we go ahead and add the tomato puree. You can even use fresh tomatoes, so you can substitute this half a cup of tomato puree with about 2 tomatoes. And we also add the cream. We mix it up really well. You don't need to heat this a lot because it contains cream, and cream doesn't really need to be heated. It's just to add a creaminess to it. We'll finish this off with the seasonings, which is a little salt and the sugar. If you feel the mixture is a little dry, you can add 1/4 cup of water to get a little gravy to it. But at the moment this seems fine. We finally add the corn. Now this is parboiled corn already. You can also pick up the tinned sweet variety which need not have any boiling. But if you're using fresh corn, make sure that you boil it for about 3 or 4 minutes in boiling water. And our masala is ready. We move on to the next step. So we have the curry ready now. What we're going to move on to the next step, which is pretty much layering this with the rice in a bake-proof, oven-proof dish. So we start off with adding the curry into the glass bowl. So you add the gravy first into the oven-proof dish and flatten it out a little bit. Form like a nice thick layer. And then we top it up with the cooked rice. And you flatten it out really well. Now you can also have like a non-vegetarian version if you're fond of meats or seafood. So prawns go really well with this coastal based curry basically because it contains coconut and whole spices. So you kind of just dry roast the prawns for a little while just to cook them till they turn pink, and you use the same thing when you're adding the corn. Instead of that, you add the prawns. So we finally seal the bowl with aluminum foil and we pop it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes at 175 degrees Celsius. Now that you've learned how to make this really simple baked dish which consists of rice and curry, the basic necessities of a complete Indian meal, this is actually a one dish meal if you look at it. You have 2 people and you don't want to make like 10 dishes together. So if you like this recipe, make sure you subscribe to India Food Network. Like the video, share it with your friends and tweet to me at Nikhil_merchant and let me know what you think about it.